The morning sun cast its warm glow over the village. Inside Mama Nneka's home, the air felt heavy, filled with tension. Mama Nneka sat at the wooden table, her face hard and determined. The room, once warm and comforting, now felt tight and suffocating. Quim entered the room, his steps slow and cautious. His heart was pounding loudly in his chest. He could feel that something big was about to happen, something that would change everything. "Sit down, my son," Mama Nneka said, her voice firm and cold. Quim sat down, his heart beating even faster. He was scared of what she might say. "I need to talk to you," Mama Nneka began, her voice calm but scary. "I have tried to accept your relationship with that city girl. But I can't ignore what I feel in my heart." Quim's eyes widened in surprise. "Mama, please." "No, Quim," she interrupted sharply. "This is not a discussion. This is an ultimatum. You must end things with Esha, or you will face consequences." Quim felt a shiver run down his spine. "What consequences?" he asked, his voice shaking. Mama Nneka leaned closer, her eyes fierce. "If you stay with her, you will lose my blessing. You will no longer be welcome in this house. You will be dead to me and this family." Quim's blood ran cold. "Mama, you can't ask me to choose," he pleaded, his voice breaking. "I'm not asking, Quim," she replied firmly. "I'm telling you what must be done. Esha does not belong here. She is an outsider and a danger. She will only bring trouble." Tears filled Quim's eyes. "Mama, I love her," he said, his voice full of pain. "She makes me happy. Isn't that what you want for me?" Mama Nneka's face softened for a moment. "Of course I want you to be happy, my son," she said gently. "But real happiness comes from protecting our family. Esha will destroy everything." Quim pulled his hand away, his heart racing. The room seemed to grow darker, the shadows deeper. He felt trapped by his mother's ultimatum. The home he knew now felt like a prison. "I need time to think," he said quietly. Mama Nneka nodded. "Take your time, Quim," she said, her voice cold again. "But remember, the longer you wait, the harder it will be. Make the right choice for our family, or face the consequences." As Quim left the room, his heart pounding, he felt a deep sense of fear. The path ahead was dark, and every step he took was heavy with his mother's words. The stakes were higher than ever, and the consequences of his choice loomed over him. As the sun set, the village was plunged into darkness. Quim wandered into the night, knowing his life was about to change forever. The air was cold, and the village sounds seemed distant. He was alone, trapped in a nightmare with no way out. In the coming days, his decisions would shape his future in ways he couldn't imagine. With each moment, the sense of danger grew, leaving him with a chilling thought: some choices bring consequences that last forever. The days following Mama Nneka's ultimatum were filled with tension. Quim spent sleepless nights tossing and turning, his mind a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. He loved his mother deeply, but his feelings for Esha were just as strong. Each day felt heavier than the last, the weight of his decision pressing down on him. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Quaim made his choice. He walked to Aisha's house, his heart racing. He found her sitting on the porch, her face lit by the soft glow of a lantern. "Aisha," he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion, "I've made my decision." Aisha looked up, her eyes searching his. "What did you decide, Quaim?" Quaim took a deep breath. "I choose you. I choose love. I can't imagine my life without you. We'll face whatever comes together." Tears welled up in Aisha's eyes as she stood up and embraced him tightly. "Thank you, Quaim," she whispered. "I love you too. We'll get through this." The next morning, Quaim returned to his mother's house. The air was thick with unspoken words as he stepped inside. Mama Nneka sat at the table, her face unreadable. "Mama," Quaim said, breaking the silence, "I have made my choice. I love Aisha, and I am going to be with her. I hope you can understand and accept this." Mama Nneka's eyes hardened, and for a moment, Quaim thought she might explode in anger. But instead, she sighed deeply, a look of profound disappointment crossing her face. "Quaim," she said slowly, her voice heavy with sorrow, "I warned you. You have made your choice, and now you must live with it. I cannot bless this union, but I will not stand in your way. Just know that my heart is broken." Quaim felt a pang of guilt but stood firm. "I'm sorry, Mama. I hope one day you can see Aisha the way I do." Days turned into weeks, and the village buzzed with the news of Quaim's decision. Some people supported him, admiring his bravery, while others whispered behind his back, siding with Mama Nneka. The tension in the air was almost tangible. Despite the disapproval, Quaim and Aisha's bond grew stronger. They faced each challenge together, their love a bright light in the midst of the storm. Aisha proved herself to be kind, hardworking, and dedicated, slowly winning over some of the villagers. Enjoying the adventure? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more thrilling stories. One evening, as they walked hand in hand through the village, an unexpected figure approached them. It was Mama Nneka. Her face was stern, but her eyes held a flicker of something softer. "Quaim, Aisha," she began, her voice softer than they had ever heard it. "I have been watching. I see the strength of your love. While I still have my doubts, I cannot deny your commitment to each other. Perhaps there is more to this than I first saw." Quaim's heart leaped with hope. "Mama, thank you. That means a lot to us." Mama Nneka nodded, her expression still serious. "I will give you both a chance. But remember, actions speak louder than words. Show me that this is the right choice." With that, she turned and walked away, leaving Quaim and Aisha standing there, a mixture of relief and determination in their hearts. The road ahead was still uncertain, but for the first time in a long while, Quaim felt a glimmer of hope. He knew the journey would be challenging, but with Aisha by his side and a small crack in his mother's resolve, he felt ready to face whatever came next. Their love, though tested, had begun to carve a path through the darkness, and Quaim knew that as long as they held on to each other, they could conquer anything. And as the night sky stretched out above them, filled with countless stars, they walked forward, hand in hand, ready to face their future together. The village buzzed with the news of Mama Nneka's grudging acceptance of Esha. People whispered in the marketplace, around the well, and during evening gatherings. Some were pleased, seeing it as a step towards peace, while others felt the storm was far from over. And they were right. Mama Nneka's acceptance was a thin veneer over a boiling sea of rage and hurt. She had given Quaim and Esha a chance, but deep down, she was far from accepting the situation. Her heart burned with fury, and she vowed to find a way to protect her son from what she believed was a disastrous choice. Days turned into weeks, and Mama Nneka's mind worked tirelessly, crafting a plan. She would not allow Esha to take her place or steal her son away. She decided it was time to take drastic measures. One evening, after the village had settled into the quiet hum of nighttime, Mama Nneka gathered a few trusted friends in her home. These were women who shared her views, who believed in the old ways and respected her as a matriarch. "My friends," Mama Nneka began, her voice low but filled with steely determination, "we have a problem. My son has been ensnared by this city girl, and she threatens everything we hold dear. We must act to protect our traditions and our way of life." The women nodded, their faces set in grim lines. They knew Mama Nneka was a force to be reckoned with, and they were ready to support her in whatever she planned. Mama Nneka continued, her eyes blazing. "First, we must show Quaim and Esha that their love will bring them nothing but pain. We will make life difficult for her, and for any other woman who dares to take my place. We will remind them all of the power of tradition." The next morning, the village woke to find strange things happening. Esha's garden, which she tended with care, was trampled and destroyed. The laundry she had left out to dry was gone, and rumors began to spread about her character and intentions. It was clear that someone was trying to make her life in the village unbearable. Quaim noticed the change immediately. He found Esha in tears, standing over the wreckage of her garden. His heart ached at the sight. "Esha, I'm so sorry. This must be some mistake. We'll replant everything," he said, trying to comfort her. But the incidents continued. Esha found herself shunned by some villagers who had once been friendly. Gossip spread like wildfire, fueled by Mama Nneka's quiet but effective campaign. Every day brought a new challenge, a new hurt to overcome. Quaim was furious. He confronted his mother, his eyes blazing with anger. "Mama, you need to stop this. I know you are behind it. This is not the way to solve our problems." Mama Nneka looked at her son, her face a mask of sorrow and anger. "Quaim, I am doing what I must to protect you. Esha is not right for you. Can't you see that? She will only bring you misery." Quaim shook his head. "No, Mama. The misery is coming from you. Your actions are tearing us apart. Please, for the sake of our family, stop this." But Mama Nneka was not swayed. Her heart was set, and she continued her campaign, escalating her efforts. She began targeting other potential daughters-in-law as well, spreading fear and distrust. No woman was safe from her wrath. She believed that by showing her power and determination, she would eventually make Quaim see reason. One night, as Esha and Quaim sat together, trying to find solace in each other's company, they heard a knock at the door. It was an elder from the village, a man respected by all. Quaim, Asha, he said, his voice grave, we need to talk. The village is in turmoil, and we cannot continue like this. Something must be done to end this conflict. Quaim felt a chill run down his spine. The elder's words carried the weight of the entire village. He knew that this was a turning point, a moment that would shape their future. As they sat together, listening to the elder speak, Quaim realized that the battle was far from over. Mama Nneka's fury was a powerful force, and it threatened to destroy everything he held dear. He knew that he had to find a way to protect Asha and bring peace to his family, but the path ahead was dark and uncertain. The storm was still raging, and the true test of their love and strength was just beginning. Support our channel by subscribing and hit the notification bell to be the first to experience the thrill of our next story.